Hey, you guys, the Killing K6, aka Ram. Welcome to another movie review. Well, guys, I have seen this movie earlier, and I actually forgot to post this. I wanted to post it a movie review, so I accidentally deleted it, so I had to redo this. Well, guys, the Joker was actually a great film. Guys, I had a lot of expectations on this, and knowing the fact that Joaquin Phoenix was the one who played him, it was a different route on how we're supposed to see this movie. Well, the director Todd Phillips, he actually made an announcement stating that this is not your everyday Joker movie. This is not going to be tied with Batman or anything. This is about a story on how one man was driven crazy and became the clown that we know today. This was really different than anything that we've ever. It was a different Joker that we've ever seen before because we were able to see how he got that way and how he became the clown that he was. Well, guys, I don't want to. I'll do the spoilers later, but I don't want to say that. I want to talk about the other ones first. Well, guys, what can I say about this movie? This movie was really good. It was sad, and it was very depressing. You kind of felt sorry for the guy, knowing the fact that he all this happened in his life. It was it was not good for kids. I can tell you that. The director actually made a statement that, and also tweeted that if you're gonna see this movie, don't bring your kids because this is not the type of Batman movie that these kids will expect to see. Now, the reason why they say that it was not for kids is because if you guys may have seen that he has a condition. I forgot what the condition is called. This is a real life condition where people can laugh and people can cry unexpectedly and can't control it. And this is exactly what this character had, and it was really sad to see how this guy actually went through life, and everybody was. It made it so different on everything. But what made this movie very cool was the fact that we got a backstory on how he was. And here's a little fun fact on this. I actually read that the Joker was presented at the Venice Film Festival, and it got a 8 minute standing ovation. Now, I did read that it was for the film, but another stated that it was for Joaquin Phoenix. An 8 minute standing ovation on the performance of the film, or the other one was the performance of Joaquin Phoenix. Now, I read a lot about this film and how Joaquin Phoenix actually prepared for this. He actually watched a lot of videos of psychiatric patients who were like in straitjackets and how they were laughing and how they were treated. He wanted to make sure that he can adapt to the character and show the world what kind of a person Joker really was. But all was said and done, he lost a lot of weight. If you guys have seen the film, you notice that it went. You notice that he lost a lot of weight. He looked like he was almost skin and bones. Joaquin Phoenix actually made himself that way. Now the thing is that when he was able to do that, he was acting crazy and everything on the fact that he did all that and lost all that weight, and he had to rebuild himself to be the same weight that he was before he did this. Now, the Joker film, it was a lot different. So, guys, here's the spoilers, and I want to say, if you guys haven't seen the film, I suggest you go. I'm doing it in 5 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Well, guys, the Joker. Now, we started off, we've seen how he was painting his face, and we're seeing how he was acting, giving a smile, and everybody was picking on him. Everybody was picking on him. Uncontrollable laugh. His buddies asked for help, and his boss was acting all strange, was mean to him. I mean, for those kids to steal the sign and he got busted in the face by it, his boss actually believed that he stole the sign for himself. It was like, wait a minute, what would he do with a sign? And he got so upset. And also getting the gun from a friend, and he accidentally brought it to his job where there's kids there, and that went down the shit. And we've seen how these three guys actually messed with him, and he killed them, and he felt nothing. He felt like when he did it, he actually those guys got what they deserved, and it felt like he did. It was a different point of view. He met a girl, and they got together, and that was different. Um, what was strange about this film is that he was told that Thomas Wayne, the dad of Bruce Wayne, was his father, and she was adamant on telling him that, yep, he's the father. You're his father. You gotta tell him. So he decided to go over there and meet the guy himself. And although Alfred stopped him while he was talking to Bruce, and it was really amazing that Bruce Wayne was there. And it's like, wow, it really is depicted on the Batman thing, but this was a lot different than anything. So when he told him that you're my dad, and it's, how can you talk to your son like that? And he looked at him and said, I can't believe she made up these lies on you. And she was like, what do you mean? They said, you're adopted. She actually has a medical condition that made herself crazy, and she adopted you. And they were trying to take you away from her, but she fought and won. And when he went to the hospital to look at the medical records, he actually found the truth that he was adopted and that wasn't his real mom. That was sad. I mean, the way that his character was enduring everything around him, getting beat up, and then they started killing people, and then he finds out the truth that Thomas Wayne wasn't his dad, and he wasn't really her son. He was adopted, and he was spiraling out of control. And then we later find out that most of the stuff happened in his mind, and that was sad. It was very sad. Now, guys, the one thing I like to know, if you guys follow me on Instagram and also on Twitter, I'm sure you guys have seen a back-to-back picture of Heath Ledger's Joker driving away in the police car, and then when a Joker was arrested, he was in the police car. He was smiling out, seeing all the mayhem and chaos of people wearing clown masks. That clip right there, where he was looking outside and seeing everybody having it, he was smiling. It was a tribute to Heath Ledger. If you guys may have remembered, he played the Joker in The Dark Knight, and he accidentally overdosed and killed himself, and that was sad. Knowing the fact that this man put everything in the Joker role, and then he got an Oscar for Best Actor in a Supporting Role, which was The Dark Knight. And all I could say, guys, is that how he endured it. He was on that television show. He spilled everything out, and killed everybody, almost everybody in that room, and that was crazy. But I think my favorite line out of everything was what he said. I used to think my life is a tragedy, but now I see it's a comedy. That was pretty good. And they played all these songs like "Smile" by Jimmy Durante. Jimmy Durante was the oldest actor back in the late 1940s or 50s. He has a big red nose. He goes, "Yeah, see," and everything else. And if you guys watched the animated cartoon film Frosty the Snowman, he was the narrator. He sings "Smile," and that song really puts it in there. All I know is that those people actually liked the fact that he did all that on the television show, and he made a name for himself. And then we saw the iconic killing of Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne, and Bruce Wayne was left alive. And it really was really mind blowing on the fact that happened before it happened, before his family died, and he did all that. It was a good movie, guys. If I would have rated, for me, it was a 9 out of 10. The reason why I say it was 9 out of 10 because there were some points that I didn't understand, because you really didn't understand the fact that it was dark, which I actually found it very dark, but then you later realized that it was really good. I mean, this is the Joker we're talking about, one of the craziest villains of Batman. It was very different. This guy, Joaquin Phoenix, did a hell of a job, and I hope he gets an Oscar for that. If he doesn't, I'm going to get upset. Well, guys, that's my movie review. I really love the film. If you guys ever get a chance, take a watch. And I hope you guys will love it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more reactions for gameplay. Drop some likes if you enjoyed this. It was something very great, and I hopefully we'll see something different. If they ever make another Batman film, this one's coming out in 2021. We're gonna see Catwoman, and also Jonah Hill is supposed to be rumored to play the Riddler, but we might see him as the Penguin. We'll find that out soon. If they ever do another Batman film, I hope Joaquin Phoenix will play the Joker again, and we'll see how really crazy he really is. All right, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and don't forget, like I always say, stay positive, and that movie was crazy.